In honor, don't break the bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh! Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Daniels on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's got Fuller. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And a nice spin into some open field. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jaime Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw on second down. Banks. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their...
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter. And it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius. But I do admire that he went for it.
Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Balaj. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. Let's go. So. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Z. So.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Fuller. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there.
Brandon, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
They start on the ground with Elliott. finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard. Line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Here we go! Blue 45! Blue 45!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Ace! Ace! Here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll give it to him up the middle. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now Zay Jones able to run him down for a loss of a yard. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll drop to throw. He'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
You called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Mahomes now on 1st down. Got an open man. It's QT. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Balaj. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Slow. Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Mahomes now to throw. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he's got this down to the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Down left to Shaheen. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Mahomes again. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Off play action. Banks. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And got his man complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Off the play fake. Banks. Throw right side, caught by Davis. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off play action. Banks. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And 21 yards there as they convert on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on second down. Banks. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Banks. And now he'll tuck it and run. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Here's Elliott. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll set up to throw. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and this will be a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Titans now. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Elliott. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. The give is to Elliott. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Green 39.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Oh, bowls right over him. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards there on the carry. Gets it back to 2nd and 11.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Again to Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Set. Green 39.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit. Detroit.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Daniels on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
4 down, 4 down. Motion, motion, motion.
Now Mahomes. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding room inside the 40. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Texans will extend their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And they will take a knee here. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
Here we go.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Houston, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA.